Morning guys, it is the Monday after the disastrous council elections on Thursday last week. Starmer desperately clinging on to his tenure as Prime Minister of the UK. I can't imagine it lasting much longer in a real world, but unfortunately we're not in a real world, we're in the madness of modern day UK. So what's the takeaway from this? He's going to come out today and he's going to promise us a reset, and we're all going to have milk and honey and streets paved with gold. Problem is, what is his reset? His reset is he's going to come and promise us to get closer and closer to the European Union. And I was looking at GDP tables last night. The UK is 5th in global GDP, which was a surprise. I thought we'd dropped a little bit. It used to be historically a wrestle between the UK and France for 5th and 6th. Now France have dropped to 7th. UK's 5th. Germany are the only EU country above us in the international GDP tables, and they're at 5th, I do believe. Maybe 4th. I think Japan might have dropped a little bit. Everybody else is below us. Italy, I think, are our nearest competitor. France below them. So what are we going to gain by tying ourselves close to the European Union? Absolute madness. And the reason for this, and the reason that Starmer has this knee-jerk reaction, other than being a traitor of course, is that he doesn't have any plan. He doesn't have a philosophy. He doesn't have any political nous. His ideas are the same as the political consensus over the past 25-30 years, which is big state, government by quangos, high tax to pay for it all, borrow massive amounts of money to splurge it on welfare, whilst massaging GDP figures with massive uncontrolled immigration from the third world. Absolute disaster. The only way we're going to turn this around is by massive change to that ethos and getting back to things like sound money, family values, Christian heritage, etc, etc. Starmer hasn't got that. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't have a political theory. He's a consensus man that carries on the same as ever. We need somebody with vision, and Starmer hasn't got that. So we're not going to see any change today, but what we are going to see is a man desperately clinging on to power for power's sake. The worst kind of leader you can possibly have. Any leader should have power thrust upon them. The only other thing he's going to do, I would imagine, is he's going to threaten all the people in the back room, the cabinet, etc., that if they challenge him, he will call a general election, because he knows that they will all lose their seats, and those being a bunch of venal cowards will go along with that. So we're going to limp on.